We now welcome in one half of the main event of UFC 291, Justin Gaethje. Justin, last time you fought Dustin Poirier was 5 years ago. You lost by knockout. What makes you a different fighter now?
Oh, I think the experience that I've had. I'm also 5 years older. With age comes wisdom, and I've been through a lot of experiences since that day. But ultimately, I'm still a competitor, and I love to win. I hate to lose, and that's the driving factor always.
Why do you think the results Saturday will be different?
Oh, absolutely. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in the process. It takes a lot of convincing, but most of that comes through hard work and preparation. And I've done nothing. I have not sold myself short at all in the preparation leading up to this fight, and I know I'm ready.
As you know, this fight is for the BMF title, once held by Jorge Masvidal. What does that championship belt represent to you?
I think it does a lot for the legacy. And outside of winning a championship belt, your legacy is your most important thing for all of us athletes. We want to create a legacy that's going to live on. We can't do this forever, so it's definitely something that's important to me. It always has been.
Justin, in preparation for your last fight back in March, you arrived in London 10 days early, and you ended up with a win. You did the same for this fight in Utah. How has that helped your preparation for Poirier?
Yeah, so usually we show up on Tuesday, and on Tuesday, really everything picks up. We got to go to the hotel. We got to go to the hotel, and everything. Start signing a bunch of posters, start doing a lot of interviews, and so it's really nice to get here and kind of get settled in. And then as things pick up, you kind of are more mentally prepared for it instead of just showing up and boom, right to the races. So I think that's the biggest factor.
You've been quoted as saying that you are the most exciting fighter in the history of the sport. What gives you that confidence?
Oh, that's the fact. I don't even know how I do it. I love to compete, and when I do compete, I give max effort. I think humans recognize effort, and you could see it when I'm in there. I'm trying my hardest at all times, and yeah, I think it's relatable to most people.
You have 11 UFC fights and 11 UFC bonuses. That says a lot about your fighting style and especially your toughness. How do you keep that pace up every second you're in that octagon?
It's the preparation. This is a 25-minute fight. I've been running mountains 2 or 3 times a week. I've been training my butt off every single day. Every time I step into that gym, I am pushing myself to absolute exhaustion. It gets tiring, but ultimately I know at the end of the road is a competition in front of millions of people. And I've been doing this since I was a kid. I love competition, and I'm a show off. When I get into those fights, I love to show off. Something about it.
So how has this build-up to this fight been different than other fights when it comes to smack talk between fighters?
Yeah, I think we both have. I mean, I certainly have respect for this guy. I mean, I think he's one of the best in the world. The fights that he puts on are always exciting, but he performs. And this is a formidable opponent. This is a 50-50 fight, and I would not often go into a fight saying that. Fighting is a crazy game, and anything can happen at any moment. But I know that I'm willing to go in there and roll the dice. I know that my skills are match up with anybody. I'm ranked number 3 in the world. I've proven myself over and over again that I can compete at this level. And so it's just that. It's just believing in yourself and believing in the process.
And after 24 wins as an MMA fighter, what more do you want to accomplish before making a decision on retirement?
Oh, I mean, we all have a timeline. I'm not at the beginning of the timeline, but I'm certainly not at the end of the timeline. I think I'm just reaching the level where I'm performing the best that I've ever performed, and I think that comes with the wisdom that I've gained through these fights. And I don't know, it's just I love this game. I do not see myself leaving anytime soon, and I surround myself with people that love me, my parents, my coaches, and I know that they're all willing to have that conversation when the conversation needs to be had. And I trust those people with my life, and my job is to compete and get ready, and that's what I do.
It's great that you're living in the moment. We wish you the best, Justin, and we thank you for joining us on SportsCenter.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.